Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Barak Nadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching His truth, and none but the truth, in the name, spirit, and power, Yahweh Bashim Shah. Trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some heathen nations, like, for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, or a so-called Chinese person, or a so-called Indian person, etc., etc. Got some videos lined up with the plagues that the Lord bringing upon the whole earth. Now, all the plagues are going to be necessarily natural. They could be man-made too, but they all coming from Yahweh Bashim Shah. But anyway, I'm going to play these videos. I'm going to get into the scripture my best ability to say whatever God say through the Spirit of power, Yahweh Bashim Shah, the Holy Spirit, the Krahak, Kadash, Lord, want to be on me. Let's get it.
Violent tremors are shaking the planet as powerful earthquakes rattle several parts from Indonesia to Colombia. But deep beneath our feet, these massive shock waves have just exposed a baffling planetary mystery, it seems. Scientists have confirmed that the solid iron core at the very center of our planet has slowed down and is now moving backwards relative to the surface. Take a look.
I don't see how the earth is spinning backward or the core is spinning backward, but now how do you know what the core look like? What does the inside of the earth look like? They don't even know. They just make up shit. But whatever. All you need to know, for you Israelites, take heed to Yahweh Bashim Shah's prophets, repent, for your ass get crushed by some damn big ass rock coming off of or a big ass slab of concrete coming off of a building during an earthquake. And there be judgment come off and crush your ass. But this shit is going down, man. Earthquakes in diverse places, all kind of stuff.
In recent weeks, powerful earthquakes above have struck Indonesia, Colombia, Mexico, and Venezuela, killing hundreds and leveling entire neighborhoods.
Hell, there's more earthquakes than that. But the most devastating areas would be in there, especially in South America and Central America. Anyway, I mean, you have one in Japan. You have some in China. I don't know what else. I can't remember what else.
With global seismic activity tracking ahead of the decade average, millions of people are asking if the planet is becoming more unstable. Geologist rules out direct link between strong earthquakes in Colombia, Venezuela.
Both Venezuela and Colombia are seismically active countries. Seismic activity in both countries involves interactions between tectonic plates. In the case of the earthquake that occurred in Venezuela on June 24th, its cause was the interaction between the Caribbean plate and the South American plate. In Colombia's strong earthquake, however, the involved plates are the Nazca.
Damn, that earthquake happened in June 24th? I thought it was like, that was a month ago. I thought it was like, actually shit, a month and a half ago. No, 2 months ago. Might as well say 2 months ago. I thought that shit was like 2 weeks ago. I know that was, time going by fast, bro. I thought that earthquake happened 2 weeks ago.
Plate and the South American plate. Their geological contexts are different.
Yet for scientists, these violent tremors are providing an unprecedented window into the deepest, most inaccessible layer of our world. More than 6,000 kilometers beneath the crust sits Earth's inner core, a scorching sphere of solid iron and nickel.
Get the fuck out of here, nigga. How the hell these niggas know? How the hell they know what's in the earth? But these niggas didn't even find, discover hardly anything, the whole ocean. They can't even reach the deepest parts of the ocean. So how they able to know what's inside the earth and what the earth crust and the core and all that shit look like? Man, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, let me get to the next video. But I know earthquakes in diverse places. Seek the Lord, repent, and there's more things to get into. Let's get to it. Hold on, what is this about? Small hat niggas versus the Allah people. Accused of Syria or branching. Oh man, these niggas on the same fucking team. Get the fuck out of here. Come out, Israel accused Syria of breaching security agreement. Oh man, get the fuck out. I just say they on the same damn team. I mean, man, what the fuck? Man, get the fuck out of here. This nigga was at the White House. This bearded ass nigga. He should have a beard. Of all, yeah, he's probably claimed to be the Israelite. But this nigga here, the bearded nigga, he was at the White House shooting hoops. Playing basketball at the White House. Shit. Anyway, they on the same fucking team. Let's see what's going on. People getting snowed in. Or paralyzed. I think Bolivia. Heavy snow paralyzed, I think I pronounced Bolivia as 165,000 llamas and sheep face starvation. Wow. Shit, soon gonna be people facing. Well, them people gonna be eating them llamas and them sheep. Ain't that what Jake be? Bolivia, that's Jake, right? Let me see. Where's Bolivia? Yeah, that's what Jake be. Near Chile or Brazil or some shit. The Lord getting on their ass. Oh yeah.
Nos caga también adentro, todo también.
Hermoso lo que está nevando, ¿no? Se ve hermoso. Es por el cambio climático también debe ser, ¿no? Que está nevando así, pero nos ha perjudicado, pero igual, ¿no? Es hermoso.
This is made no sense.
De esta manera van caminando personas que están bajando desde las 11 de la noche de ayer, justamente. Están acá las familias de...
Estamos desde la madrugada, estamos fregados, apenas hemos subido y necesitamos que alguien nos ayude con maquinaria. Si la gobernación se acuerda de nosotros, lindo sería, pero parece que no.
I didn't even know they had the daggone closed captioning activated. Well, they had it activated, but it was available. I didn't know that. Sometimes they'll have it off. This time they have it on. I'm thinking it was probably another channel have it off. But anyway.
No se ve esa ayuda.
En este sector, cerca a la cumbre de lo que es el sector de...
Yeah, I thought I could make it bigger. It's not I'm talking about closed captioning stuff. Uh-oh. Can't get out. Vamos.
Ayer estaba full por ahí, estaba participación con al menos aquí en Llama.
Y ahora sí estamos viniendo en caravana para sacar nuestras llamas donde estarán mis lagos, nuestras crías, todo como no tenemos ni aprecio ni alma, no producen nada en estos lugares, por eso nosotros tenemos pena de nuestro ganado y no nos ayuda ni la reserva, nada. Ahora la alcaldía tampoco, la gobernación, aunque tengamos autoridades, pero no nos quieren apoyar.
Un poco difícil, ¿no?
You Israelites need to be seeking the Lord, praying to the Lord. Y'all about your mouth shot, not no jeebus. Hey.
Una caravana de autos para...
Anyway, I'm gonna stop there. Yeah, they getting snowed out and they daggone llamas and they sheep are getting starving. Soon the people gonna be starving. They're gonna have to turn to eating them daggone sheep and llamas. I don't think you're supposed to eat llamas. I don't think they're lawful. No. Or I think they are. I don't know, man. It's like long-necked sheep or something. I don't think you're supposed to eat them things. Well, either way, hell, they gonna probably resort to eating them. It's better to eat them things than people. I mean, shit. Anyway, next video.
Rain in one of the driest places on Earth. Mudslides tearing through homes, roads buried under debris. 60% of a city flooded or swallowed by mud. 1 dead, 2,000 evacuated, and a state of catastrophe has been declared. Chile did not see something like this coming. A state of catastrophe has been declared in northern Chile after torrential rain triggered destructive mudslides, flooded homes, and swept vehicles through the streets. Chile's President José Antonio Cast decreed a constitutional state of catastrophe for Tocopilla on August 18th. A province in the Antofagasta region, it is one of the areas hardest hit by the severe weather.
Due to the severe impacts of the weather event in Tocopilla, I have decided to declare a constitutional state of exception due to catastrophe for the province of Tocopilla and to deploy all available human and material resources that will allow us to address this emergency. The Undersecretary of the Interior, Máximo Pavés, has been in the region since last night and will soon take on a national defense chief who will coordinate the forces in the area.
Antofagasta, Governor Ricardo Diaz elaborated on the scale of the damage and aid en route to the affected region.
60% of homes in Tocopilla remained flooded or covered by mud. All access routes to the city remain blocked by debris, so aid will initially arrive by air while land roads are cleared.
Tocopilla sits in one of the most arid zones on the planet, but constant rains triggered mud flows, landslides, and increased river flow, overwhelming infrastructure not designed for such weather conditions. Local residents express their concerns around the unprecedented events unfolding in the region.
It is very complicated. People are very scared. It's been years since we've seen this kind of rain. Now, for the coves, for the beaches, the rucos, lightweight material.
They say it's been years since they haven't seen this kind of rain, which that means it's getting bad. It's only going to get worse.
Houses, as they are called, water got into people's homes. They need help.
It's like record-breaking floods.
Chile
mudslides.
Disaster response agency, Senapred, has issued a red alert for Antofagasta, Taltal, Mejillones, and Tocopilla due to the severe weather. In the coastal community of Paposo, residents describe the horrors of mud entering their homes.
The biggest concern now is that this mudslide comes down and takes our houses or even a person, because this happens at night when it rains and we don't know how the mudslide is coming from above. And on top of that, we don't have street lighting, so we are in the dark in Paposo.
Moreover, the storm has already turned deadly. Authorities confirmed that a driver was killed in the Antofagasta region after falling rocks caused a traffic accident. 4 other people in the vehicle were injured. Across affected areas, around 2,000 people have been evacuated, and the Education Ministry has suspended classes across several regions. For Tocopilla, the immediate challenge remains enormous: clearing tons of mud and debris, reopening roads, and determining whether damaged homes are still safe.
Let's get to the next one. Hey, seek the Lord for you Israelites, you Northern Kingdom Jakes and Eves. We'll be seeking on Jesus Christos, better be seeking Yahweh Shema Shah. Next one.
Millions dream of walking it. Now, no one can. The Inca Trail has been shut down overnight. Landslides, flooded camps, collapsed bridges, and swollen rivers. Peru's most iconic path to Machu Picchu, swallowed by the rain. Hundreds of tourists are stranded, children going hungry on blocked roads. Will the world's most famous hike survive this season? Tourist access to Peru's Inca Trail, leading to the Machu Picchu citadel, was temporarily suspended on August 19th, following landslides and damage caused by heavy rain.
Well, you got mudslide going on in Chile. You got mudslide going on in Peru. And Bolivia, you got snowstorm happening over there. And of course, you had them earthquakes. You know, a whole lot of shit happening over in Central America and in South America. Boy, the Lord is fucking you Northern Kingdoms up, bro. Hey, you Southern Kingdom, yeah, y'all know y'all feeling this shit too. But you Northern Kingdom, hey, y'all better be seeking the Lord, man. Repent. Fuck those Jesus Christos, that nigga. Better seek Yahweh Shema Shah.
According to the reports, the suspension took effect immediately and will remain in place until further notice, with authorities citing risks to tourists and unsafe conditions along several sections of the trail. Authorities reported landslides, swollen streams, flooded camping areas, collapsed restroom facilities, damaged footbridges and soil erosion in several locations, including Luluchapampa, Ayapata, Pacaymayu Alto, Soctacocha, Yuncachimpa, Conchamarca, Huelabamba, Caucarcancha, Cusichaca, Puyupatamarca, and Wiñayhuayna.
Surveillance personnel are continuing to monitor the affected areas and identify potential risks. Visitors who entered the trail on 18th August were also instructed to return as a precaution.
The decision was taken amid adverse weather conditions forecast by Peru's National Meteorology and Hydrology Service, CENAMI, associated with a high-altitude isolated depression, known as Dana. Meanwhile, authorities are assessing alternative routes for tourists returning from the Inca Trail, including routes through Kilometer 104 in Cachabamba and Kilometer 106 in Xocasuisui. However, their opening will depend on weather and safety assessments through August 22nd. If dangerous conditions persist, procedures could be initiated to reschedule visits or refund admission fees, where applicable. Authorities have also ordered personnel at Machu Picchu National Archaeological Park to remain on permanent alert, strengthening surveillance and emergency response measures. Tour operators and visitors have been urged to follow safety instructions and monitor official communications from the DDC Cusco. Earlier, on August 18th, heavy rains triggered a mudslide and rockslide in Peru's Arequipa region, destroying part of the southern coastal highway and stranding hundreds of cargo trucks for more than 12 hours. According to the local reports, the slide severed the land connection between Arequipa, Tacna, and Ilo, creating a road emergency that affected thousands of people.
I ain't gonna play no more of this, but you see it. If you wanna watch the rest of it, be my guest. They go to title. They go to China, if you can see that. Let's get to the next one. Let's get to the fire and droughts. Yeah.
Belgium, Spain, Greece, France, Portugal.
Pretty much Europe is on fire.
All burning. 2,000 firefighters, 20 aircraft, and 4 active fronts. Temperatures hitting 40 degrees with no rain in sight. Europe's summer of fire is far from over. Country after country are falling to the flames. Is an entire continent losing the battle against its own climate?
No, they're losing the battle against Yahweh Shema Shah, because you can't fight Yahweh Shema Shah. Hell no. These niggas arms too damn small and short.
On August 19th, multiple active wildfires were burning across northern Portugal. According to reports, the most significant blaze started on August 16th in the parish of Cabeça Boa, in the municipality of Torre de Moncorvo, in the northeastern district of Bragança. The fire has since spread to the neighboring municipality of Carazeda de Ancié. Additional fires were burning in Arauca, in the district of Aveiro, and in Santo Tirso, in Porto's metropolitan area. More than 2,000 emergency personnel and around 20 aircraft have been deployed to tackle the rural wildfires and contain the spreading flames. By mid-afternoon, 3 major incidents were still ongoing. The most concerning was the Torre de Moncorvo fire, where more than 400 emergency personnel were on the ground, supported by over 140 vehicles and 4 aircraft. According to Portuguese media RTP, the blaze still had 1 active front at the start of the afternoon.
Authorities hope to be able to declare the fire under control a few hours later, and consequently, move into the mop-up phase.
More than 2,000 hectares have already burned in Torre de Moncorvo since 15th. Another fire that continues to demand firefighters' attention is the one in Arouca, in the northern coastal district of Aveiro, which broke out on Monday night. At 16 p.m., more than 300 firefighters, around 100 vehicles and 2 aircraft were deployed in the operational zone.
The fire, which is burning through scrubland, still had 4 active fronts this morning. This led Civil Protection to adopt preventive safety measures in some communities in order to safeguard homes and lives.
According to Civil Protection in Santo Tirso, Porto's metropolitan area, around 200 personnel, supported by more than 60 vehicles and 1 aircraft, remained engaged in fighting the flames. However, the fire, which started late on 17th afternoon, has already consumed more than 900 hectares. All this is happening at a time when hot, dry weather persists across much of the country. The Portuguese Institute for Sea and Atmosphere has placed 9 districts under orange warning this Tuesday, with the rest of mainland Portugal, except Lisbon, Setúbal, and Faro, under yellow warning.
Maximum temperatures above 40 degrees in several regions of the country are expected, accompanied by low air humidity in the generality of the territory.
For these reasons, the northern and central inland regions, where temperatures are expected to be highest, are facing a very high to maximum risk of rural fire, with the authority urging the adoption of preventive measures.
Alright, seen enough. Let's get to the next one. Is droughts. What was that? Major landslides. U.S. burned. Nah, I'll skip that because I got some other videos I got to get into.
Water scarcity isn't coming, it's already here. That's the blunt warning from the European Union this week, as officials say drought is no longer a future risk, it's a present danger, already hitting lives, health, economies, and ecosystems across Europe and beyond. The warning comes from EU Environment Commissioner Jessica Roswall, speaking as this summer's brutal heat wave swept the continent. Her message: Europe needs to stop reacting to drought emergencies and start building resilience before the next crisis hits. The numbers back her up. 13 EU member states have now officially declared themselves affected by desertification, and Europe is warming faster than any other continent on Earth, straining water supplies, farms, energy production, even river transport. But this isn't just a European story. According to the UN, 40% of the world's land is degrading right now, threatening the livelihoods of 3.2 billion people. That's nearly 4 in 10 people on the planet. The price tag? Close to $900 billion a year in economic losses. Droughts alone account for $300 billion of that, and drought frequency has jumped nearly a third since the year 2000. This warning was timed deliberately. It came as the UN's major desertification summit opened this week in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, a country living this crisis in real time. A third of Mongolians depend on herding animals to survive, but 77% of the country's land is now degraded. In just 2 years, Mongolian farmers lost over 7 million livestock to drought, followed by brutal winters. So, what's stopping the world from fixing this? Money. Experts say the world...
No. What's stopping the world fixing this? Yahweh Shema Shah, because he's creating these disasters, and he ain't putting a spirit on these people to fix stuff. And even if they try to fix it, he gonna continue throwing down more destruction. So anyway,
world needs
ain't about no damn money. No money. They can just print that shit. Yeah, they can just print this shit.
$355 billion a year to restore degraded land and build resilience.
And then what are they gonna do? Rebuild, and then the Lord gonna throw down and continue destroying shit. It's a wrap for these places, especially the places that's ruled by Esau Edom, or these Edomites, Amalekites.
Right now, we're spending just $77 billion. That's a $278 billion gap, and private investors are covering only about 6% of it, even though businesses depend on stable land and water more than almost anyone. For now, the EU says it's leaning on programs like its Global Gateway Initiative and satellite tracking to monitor drought worldwide. But as the
anyway, ain't nothing they can do about it. What is this about? Oh, this is old. COVID origin mystery deepens. Oh my goodness, bro. They just keep fucking with you people. Let's see what's going on in Cuba. Actually, let me, yeah, I want to see what's going on in Cuba.
Well, next up, Cuba is facing a deepening economic and humanitarian crisis, with fuel shortages, prolonged power cuts, and shortages of food and basic necessities, putting millions...
Cubans turn to trash for food. They've been doing that. Like, damn. Well, you Israelite boy, y'all, woo-wee. The Lord is fucking you niggas up.
Under pressure.
But not all. He's taking care. I'm pretty sure there's some elect men and women and children amongst on that island.
Now, the crisis has become so severe that some Cubans are reportedly collecting discarded food from streets and rubbish to survive.
They're probably eating people. Shit.
Inflation is killing people, brother. What does an elderly pension
Inflation? Nigga, the Lord is killing y'all.
earn? An old person like the ones you see around? 1,500 pesos when a carton of eggs costs 5,000. Doesn't the government see that? Or has the government just abandoned the people?
Tell the Americans to lift the blockade, stop screwing around.
No. What blockade? The blockade is from communism itself.
You hear? Tell the Americans...
Oh, that sounds like division. Shit. Jake, they're divided.
...to lift the blockade, stop screwing around.
The crisis comes amid a sharp escalation.
The best thing he should do would be seeking the Lord. Yahweh Shema Shah instead of Jesus Christo. Fuck that, Jesus Christo. That's why y'all niggas in this situation.
U.S. pressure on Cuba. Washington has
You ain't calling on your power. Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shah.
maintained a trade embargo against the island since 1962, but the Trump administration has intensified sanctions and restrictions in recent months. This includes measures that are aimed at cutting fuel supplies, and the resulting energy shortages have affected electricity generation, transport, irrigation, and other essential services. Cuba has also experienced widespread blackouts, making daily life increasingly difficult for millions of people. UN-appointed independent experts say that the impact is falling disproportionately. That's on vulnerable groups, including women, children, and older people. UN agencies in Cuba have also warned of rising risks of food insecurity and shortages of medicines and other basic necessities. The experts have urged Washington to reverse measures they say violate international law and called on the UN Security Council and General Assembly to address the situation urgently. They stressed that food and other essentials should not be used as instruments of political pressure, as the humanitarian consequences are already becoming too severe.
Let's get to the next one with Dabu. And Dabu talking about, you know what, let me, before I go any further, let me go ahead and read. So I got all that natural stuff out the way. This is clearly man-made, but it's steered and controlled by Yahweh Shema Shah. But Nahum chapter 1, verse 3. The Lord Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power and will not at all acquit the wicked. So all this pain and punishment that the Lord is bringing is upon you heathens and you 2/3 Israelites. The Lord Yahweh will have his way in the whirlwind and in the storm and the clouds of the dust of his feet. Isaiah chapter 28 verse 2. Behold, the Lord Yahweh Shema shall have a mighty and strong one, which has a tempest of hell and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing shall cast down to the earth with the hand. Isaiah chapter 29 verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and flame of devouring fire. As you can see that. Got these storms going on. You got the, what you call that stuff? Mudslides, landslides, earthquakes in diverse places. Droughts. Oh, I didn't even mention that. But that's droughts. And what else? Oh, yeah, fire. Devouring fire. And the ultimate devouring fire would be the nukes with the chariots on top. And the chariots will be on top. They're going to be spewing out fire above the nuclear fire. Oh, adding it on. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. What's the next? Oh, yeah, Dabu.
Well, here we are with Cushing's back near tank bottoms. We've got warnings being put out that they believe that our caverns could start to collapse because they're so old and we're so low on oil. The SPR is at 43-year lows. This is something most people have never seen in our lifetimes. And you can see on the chart on the right, we're back down in that range, and nothing is getting better from here. I'm going to tell you, you better get a plan for the long haul.
Yeah, you better get right with Yahweh Shema Shah. That's your plan, number one plan, priority. Now, you can get food and water. I mean, you can get all that shit, but hey, Yahweh Shema Shah is your first priority to get with.
The gloves are off. There's going to be like no deal coming anytime.
I mean, they ain't come on with this shit. I thought July would be the time they gonna really see some shit happen. No. It's gonna have to be October, I guess. Can't think it's gonna be next month. No, it's gotta be somewhere like 2 months from now. Maybe. I don't know.
Soon because they're not even talking.
But that's how bad we want. Hey man, that's how bad we want this shit to come to an end and bring the righteous kingdom in. Man.
In terms of Hormuz and Trump and Iran. But we're also seeing a cumulative effect here of what I call organized events that are designed to bring about this global reset. And you're seeing refineries getting struck. This is strategic. Because without the refineries, you can have all the oil in the world. If you can't refine it to where it's usable, everyone's sitting. Diesel going through the roof. And you can see rationing has already begun in terms of Russia at the gas stations. They're saying because the refineries are getting strategically hit and wiped out, that it's causing a second wave of national shortages. So fuel rationing beginning there, it's already begun in other places ahead of this, but rationing is a little bit different than high prices. High prices is high prices. Rationing means you're running low. It doesn't matter what the price is. When it's gone, it is gone. So with this situation, Trump has switched up and said that he's planning to play the long game and strangle Iran.
That means you people about to get woo-hoo-wee. I gonna feel some hurting and some pain, and you know, it ain't gonna be no ouch. It's gonna be like you ain't gonna hear no ouch. That hurt. No, you be like, the fucking pain. You be howling like a wolf, like a wounded wolf got shot in the leg. Shit. Oh yeah. We gonna be there feeling it too. I'm talking about the believers of Yahweh Shema prophets. You gonna be feeling it too. That's why we praying, Lord have mercy on that. And for you Israelites who ain't taking heed of the warning, you better be taking heed of the warning and repent, seeking the Lord.
And over time, do you know what this means? This means this is about to escalate and be drawn out another 6 months to a year or more. This is gonna cripple.
That should be your plan right there. Well, fucking Dabu talking about the word about your plan. You gotta stick with your plan. Yeah, playing against some fucking food that go expire and go bad and shit. And shit could be stolen. Well, whatever.
Everything. That's what it was designed to do for people that are catching on late. We've been saying this the entire time. I would have a plan. The diesel will affect.
Here go that plan.
Everything that you buy, all food, all products, everything. And if it runs out here, so to speak, and people are like, it can never happen. Well, it can happen easily. With refineries.
Yeah, and it will happen.
That were strategically shut down. And as I said before, others around the world that are being bombed, the refineries have to make the fuel that is used in places. And people are just going to find out the hard way, thinking that everything's just going to show up. What J.P. Morgan Chase called the illusion of plenty. It's true. Everyone is under this illusion. It's black magic. That there's plenty of everything, and there's not. The waving of the Jones Act and then moving stuff around has kept an illusion in place. And even the big dogs are admitting it now. So people with their head in the sand.
The hell, the prophet's been telling you people this, staying, and you Israelites, boy, y'all gonna be in for a rude awakening.
Get a swift kick in the rear, because this isn't going away, and it's gonna compound and get worse. And that's where we sit. So hopefully these caverns don't start falling apart.
Hopefully they do. Let's get to the next one.
We have fresh warnings now on a lights out situation. This time warning of a mammoth nationwide blackout that could specifically last 18 months. And they're saying that there's weaknesses in our grid, and we've known this for some time. But the former Federal Energy Regulatory Commission head, John Wellinghoff, says that he has seen for too long vulnerabilities, and that the public just doesn't understand where we sit. That our government has actually gone to a lot of these substation electric providers, the companies that own the substations, and told them the situation, but then told them they have to deal with it themselves. They have to protect the place themselves. So if they were to be coming under drone attacks, they expect them to pay for and install like drone turrets and everything else to try to take them down. That's literally what the government has told them. They're on their own. And he's concerned because what they have found is startling. He says they conducted a test looking all across the country in the three big sectors here. You've got the western, the eastern, and the Texas interconnections. They discovered just how easy it was to cripple our entire infrastructure, the entire power supply. And with all the infrastructure, it starts with the power, then they domino. Astounding numbers, he says. If you knock out 9 total substations. Among the 3 grids, you can black out the entire United States. 9. It doesn't matter which 9 substations are taken offline either, he noted, as long as each one is among the 10 most important for its region. He says bad actors could black out all 3 at the same time, and those bad actors could be anyone. Okay? At any time. He says it doesn't have to be any particular substation, but just powerful. He says a group of 12-year-olds can get together and figure this out and map this out, and the government doesn't seem to have a full-scale plan. If they do, they're definitely not sharing it with the rest of these places, because they're saying, if you get a threat, you need to secure the facility, and not to expect like any money or any help from the government, which is just crazy. So we have 200,000 miles of high-voltage transmission lines, 55,000 substations across the country. And he's saying it's only a matter of time. He goes, depending on how quick you get whatever parts go out, and depending on what goes out, it could be from a few months to, like we said, 18 months or even more. He's saying that the United States is not ready for a year-long blackout. It's going to be...
Shit. It don't matter you ready, bitch. Hey, gives a... Hey. Yeah, right, they ain't ready for the one.
Catastrophic.
And that's part of the that's part of the plagues, and the Lord gonna judge the shit out of America and all these people. I don't know what else to say. Shit.
You're gonna have the power, then infrastructure like sewer plants, water treatment plants.
Yeah, it's gonna be shut down, so it's gonna be stinky, nasty, and pestilence gonna be everywhere. Cause this, sewage is flies, rats. Well, the fuck it's gonna be nasty, bro. Woo, especially them cities, the big cities.
Plants, hospitals, they're all only gonna remain open for a short time as long as their diesel gets them by.
Oh my goodness, yes, the diesel.
The same diesel that's going through the roof right now, sky high. Oh, what a setup. Those with emergency radios could listen in, but what are you gonna do but listen? All these places have 60 days of generator fuel, the hospitals and all that, then they're out. Once the diesel runs out, or any natural gas, if anyone's running off that, it's done.
Yeah, all hell gonna be breaking loose, and a lot of you Israelites gonna be a target out in those streets. Shit. I was listening to one brother, he was talking about, you know what was this morning, he had a video talking about how these Edomites tried to set up this one Jake. He was a truck driver. And this one Edomite tried to set him up by telling him, can you help me with his brother was locked in the bathroom of an RV, and bro wasn't having that shit. And yeah, the whole video about Edomites plotting and on fucking Jacob. Well, hey, yeah, that's true. But you gotta look at your own people too. Shit. These motherfuckers already. And the thing is about Jake do wicked shit. He plotting on doing something to his own brother, his own people. By, like, say he'll try to kill you for something he want from you. Shit. Yeah, he'll kill you out of jealousy, wanting something from you. Esau want to kill you or murder you because he wanted to feel happy. Esau want to kill Jake because he want to feel happy. For you blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Indians, hey, the so-called white man want to kill your ass because he want to feel happy killing y'all. And that what brings him joy. And then later on that joy go away and he feel like he got to kill somebody else. Shit, that brings joy to his ass. And there's going to be a lot of these motherfuckers looking for that joy. Looking for a rush. Killing you Israelite when the lights go out. Oh shit, yeah.
It's completely done, and at that point the food supply, water and fuel.
Y'all even including all that. And yeah, you think Jake gonna be coming together with other Jakes? No. Hell. Brother, sister, tonight, fuck you, nigga. Give me your shit. Man, ain't gonna be none of that shit.
Degrade within.
We gotta come together as a community, man. No.
Days. Okay, so cell phones are going to be down because everything else is down. People just don't understand. Internet's going to be down. Everything. And people are going to be, I'm going to tell you, after a few days, in a not good position. I don't see how this happening and lasting months doesn't leave bodies stacked sky high.
Oh yeah, mass casualty event. Oh. Might as well go ahead and read it. Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretch out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. So the plagues, especially when it came to darkness, absolute darkness, darkness that you could feel, like I'm thinking of the game called Control with the girl Jessie. She goes, it's a DLC. I think it's the Foundation DLC. You got to go and fight this guy, Dr. Harmon. He's like this long leg creature looking thing that got the darkness. He got trapped. I don't know. He got exposed to some dimension. It fucked his body up, and now he's just a straight up monster. He lives in the dark and shit. You kill him by having him exposed to the light or some shit like that. But anyway, you enter in this darkness. I'm like, the game, there'd be like some dark, but then this shit is like dark. You walking into this darkness, your energy drains down. This is a different type of darkness. When you have to fight this guy. Yeah. And the kind of darkness she was talking about, man, this shit is like fucking my energy. Yeah. And I mean, this type of darkness would be thick. Back in the ancient times of Egypt, it was thick and you could feel it. It felt like, I don't know, just feel it. It just felt like you couldn't hardly move, like the air was thicker. But I don't know, I wasn't back then. I just like had my imagination. Many brothers say the same thing too, because they probably experienced some type of darkness that they felt in going in places that was probably considered to be haunted. Yeah, because you also feel that too when you're in a dark, evil place, and you're you'll feel the darkness. It's like, damn, it's hard to move. The air gets thinner or thicker or whatever. And yeah, anyway, I don't want to make this video long of me running my mouth, but it's gonna be dark, and it's gonna be literally dark, especially when the lights are out. And then all crazy shit gonna be happening, apparitions and all kind of shit. People gonna be doing all kinds of stuff. Oh, shit. But anyway, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God Yahweh shall bring upon it. The Lord is going to bring that darkness. You better be looking for that light. And where you going to find that light? It's Yahweh by Shema Shah through his prophets. There's the light. Ladies, keep playing.
Because people are just not ready for it. It would rock this country, no doubt, and they could.
And that's the thing, you know. You have to. The Lord's about to destroy this bitch. But these niggas ain't ready. You dumbass Christians don't know what's going on. And it's funny how, man, how can you Christians spend so much time hunting down Hebrew Israelites? Meanwhile, bad things are building up. Bad things are happening. They got they on a Hebrew Israelite high, bruh. They just can't stop. They gotta catch them all, like they Pokemon. Like the Hebrew Israelites and Pokemon, they gotta hunt them down. The Hebrew Israelite hunters. Shit. You niggas be on our nuts too damn long, nigga. Get off. They're like fucking fleas. Stop nibbling on us, nigga. Shit. You gotta damn get some pest control to kill these niggas. Well, not actually kill them, but repel these Christians off. These pesky ass niggas. Anyway. But yeah, man, destruction is coming. All you worrying about what the Hebrew Israelites saying. Damn. Y'all better be paying attention to the prophecies that the Hebrew Israelites are speaking of. Even these people that are not, in the prophecy. But they talking about lights out and all that shit.
Don't anyone, but
all these plagues and earthquakes in diverse places that who y'all even call God and Jeebus is bringing, but it's actually Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Shit. These niggas are meant to be destroyed anyway.
It's something we've seen coming for a long time. They've telegraphed it for a long time, and here we've got a fresh warning. And I wanted to share it with you guys. I hope you guys do have a plan. Join me for the live streams where I talk about this in greater detail.
Yeah, that was a long video. Oh, I know why it was long, because I kept talking. That's why. Let me get to this scripture, and I'm going to get to the last one. But 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 37. Behold, the plague draw nigh, and are not slack. It ain't going to slow down. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains can pass over moon, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So these plagues are going to be affecting the whole world. Yep. And all you Israelites that scattered all over the world, you better be taking heed. Hopefully you understand English. If you don't, then get the translator or whatever. But that's prophets all over the world speaking in all tongues and language. So that should be somebody you should listen to, no matter where you're at, wherever you from. Shoot, yeah. But hey, the best thing to do is seek the Lord and repent. Let's get to that last one. Was it GMS dedication? And that's in darkness. What is it? GMS dedication. They go to the title of the video. There go bruh channel. Get back to the video of darkness.
Look at this pitch. It's everyone's like, oh, how dark is it? How dark is it in Gary, Indiana, right? This is how dark.
I just let you know. I don't think I'm gonna play all this, but yeah, I'm gonna play as much as I can.
This is a fucking residential street. That's crazy. And it's like that for miles. It's like that in every fucking direction. Everywhere you look is like that. Except for the small areas that have power. Everywhere you look, it's pitch black fucking dark.
Bitch, you better turn your goddamn lights on before somebody hit your ass. And they might be doing the same thing this stupid bitch doing, driving with no lights on. I did that shit before. You don't want to do that shit, believe me.
That's crazy.
Hundreds of thousands of people in Northwest Indiana still cannot turn on their AC or their lights today. I want to show you that outage map from NIPSCO.
You know, I talk through the video like they can actually hear me. It's just like in the movie. You watching the movie, you like, jump, bitch, run, bitch. Like they can hear. It's a habit. And you know, Jake love doing that shit.
At least 270,000 households are still in the dark. These outages are sending customers to any grocery store or gas station they can find that's open. Our Sarah Muckey is live in Highland, where the long lines are causing tensions to rise. Understandably, Sarah, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Marie, well, I want you to take a look for yourself. This is the Meijer gas station in Highland. The line behind us snakes through the parking lot in several directions and then twists and winds all the way back to the main road. Some customers that we spoke to have spent hours in this line, so you can imagine things are tense when some people try to cut that wait.
Today we heard that this was open, and this is like the only thing open.
These Munster residents drove 10 minutes, but waited 2 hours to buy gas for their home generator. A wait that some say is not worth it.
It's not worth sitting in line for 4 hours and then having pedestrians yell and scream in your face over getting some gas. It's not that big of a deal.
The line's so long that tempers accelerated quickly. Some drivers getting out of their cars to confront people they suspected of cutting in line. Others laying on the horn. These long lines playing out at other locations with gas, like this station in Maryville, where drivers could watch as power crews hit the road from the nearby NIPSCO headquarters.
We prepare for these storms, and we were prepared to respond to the storm. That includes staffing.
Yeah, but these people weren't prepared for it. All them cattle going, they weren't prepared for it. Hell no.
NIPSCO staff tell us this is the biggest storm damage in company history. At their peak, 300,000 customers were without power. That is more than 60% of the people they serve. Now, they've called in crews, though there is no timeline yet on when everyone's power will be back on.
We also have resources on hand. 1,200 contractors from various states across the country have arrived to help restore Northwest Indiana.
So the customers that we spoke to in this line said that they are not worried about the gas station running out of gas. They have seen refill trucks come through here, but at the same time, they have also seen some drivers stranded when their cars didn't make it all the way to the gas pump.
And they still out of power. Florida, what has Florida got? I don't know what happened with them. It was 11,000. God dang it. Shit. 11,000 out of power. We got Oklahoma. Oh, Kansas, 17,000. 67, no, 60. Might as well say 67. It's almost there. 67,000 people out of power. Yeah, they could be possibly experiment. See, how long can they stretch this from Lake County to Porter County? How long can they stretch this out? Which one's the most critical? Oh, yellow. Yeah, the yellow is the most critical. God damn, they almost 70,000. Yeah, let's see how long. Let's see if the purge is going to commence in this county. I don't know. Can't zoom in anymore. Oh well.
From Highland, Sarah Muckey, CBS News, Chicago.
Yeah, pulling up there, running on fumes. I'm sure, Sarah, thank you.
I have to say something because what's happening right now in Northwest Indiana is so diabolical. Northwest Indiana has been without power for 7 days. If you don't know how Northwest...
Make that 9, I think, or 10.
Indiana works, they only have one power company. It's called NIPSCO. NIPSCO moves however the fuck NIPSCO wants to move. There are 3 cities that are in Northwest Indiana that are predominantly black and Latino, and the way that they are doing this, people, is It's so wrong. They put up this list and timeline of when they're gonna have power restored for all of these white cities. There's no Hammond, there's no East Chicago, there's no Gary, Indiana, which is predominantly a black city. Now, all of these neighborhoods have been without power for 7 days. I'm from this area and they are being robbed. There are people that are trying to break into other people's house to steal their generators. They don't have any food. They don't have any AC. And right now, across this country, we are facing a heat dome. There are elderly black Americans who are struggling. And the rich white cities, yeah, they're all coming together and helping each other out, but they're leaving Gary, Hammond, and East Chicago.
Sooner or later, baby, them crackers ain't gonna help each other out. Soon they gonna be at each other's throat and blowing their brains out. Shit. Gonna be Egyptians versus Egyptians. And hell, the Egyptians could be anybody anyway that's American. But the real American, though, the real Americans be the Edomites. That's your Egyptians versus Egyptians. Yeah, that's your real Egyptians, the Edomites. Because they're the only ones that truly classify themselves as American. And everybody else ain't American. What kind of American are you? She's like, shit. Where you from? I'm from Hong Kong, China. Pow!
To fend for themselves, and it's fucking wrong. Especially because these are the communities that voted against.
They shouldn't have said, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Well, shit, fucking Atlanta. Say Savannah, Georgia, with an accent.
It's the Republicans in that state who are leaving them high and dry, and that's probably why they're not getting any help.
My name's Aja, and I'm in a blackout, one of the worst ever for Indiana, and we're going on about a motherfucking week. So come get ready with me as I go in my house, load my fucking pew-pew, because people are robbing people for generators, and put new batteries in my flashlight as we navigate the fucking apocalypse. This is my dog Carter, by the way. As you can see, little and not able to bite a fucking thing. All right, for starters, we got the Walmart special. I went and bought 3 lanterns that all take batteries, and they come with batteries. So I don't have to buy anymore, but I do have extra because I don't trust myself with candles, and it is pitch black dark. How dark, one might ask? Well, let me show you. This is how dark it is. And I'm in my car. Notable haul number 2. I have a battery set that I've already opened because I'm terrified to go in my house. But unfortunately, this is what we have to do because I no longer can afford to keep staying in hotels. And I also have no signal, so that's great. Now, before I go outside of my car and make sure my fucking doors are locked, because again...
Then she said she got some pew-pews, but if you want some pew-pew, you need to cut them fucking fingernails off. You want to be shooting with your gun and shit.
People are breaking into
anyway.
Cars, houses, and stealing whatever they can get their fucking hands on. I'm going to make sure I have batteries in my flashlight. Now, one thing that I want to make abundantly clear...
And one thing so... she like, what?
Yeah, I need to hurry up. One thing I want to make...
Well, you gonna talk about hurrying up? Why the fuck you filming yourself? Hurry up, put your batteries in and go, bitch. Damn, these bitches be spending time trying to be on Instagram or making videos and shit. If it's an urgent emergency, why the fuck you making a video about this shit? Go. Get your ass in home, nigga.
Abundantly clear is the longer you stay on...
Don't be like her dumb ass.
Yes, in the car, the more chance you have of somebody running up and pistol whipping you. So you gotta hurry the fuck up. Oh my god, I didn't put the batteries in, right? We've got action. So my next step is going to be grab everything I can, get in the fucking house, and then get the batteries.
Here's one thing so funny. Why are you just now buying this shit? You should have already had flashlights in the battery. It's an emergency. Yeah, a flashlight in your car, flashlight in your purse, flashlight in your house. You should have already had something like that. I don't get these people, man. But whatever.
In my lantern, why is this flashing? Using just this and my little one here, and then I'm gonna call y'all back.
Shalom. I would like to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakadash. I would like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sister Akim, pushing this word across the 4 corners of the world. And as you just saw from these previous series of videos, based in Northwest Indiana, they're dealing with a massive power outage following several rounds of destructive, severe storms this past week, like strong winds, including gusts near
it's still going on
99 miles per hour, which knocked down trees, utility poles, and power lines across the different communities within Northwest Indiana. And NIPSCO, which is Indiana's largest natural gas and electrical company, they recently stated how these catastrophic storms produced the largest outage event in NIPSCO's history, with more than 300,000 customers affected at different points. And it's going on like day 6 or day 7, and certain people within those areas do not have any electricity. And that vibration is provoking a demand for food, gas, people breaking into homes and stealing generators, breaking into cars, just committing all types of crimes. And Gerald Salente, who is a notable economist or financial market watcher, and he stated within the times to come, you're going to see crime levels in America that are going to rival that of a third world country. And according to Jeremiah, the 49th chapter, America, or Babylon the Great, according to the Holy Bible, is that wealthy nation that dwelleth without care. They see these dire straits happening within these so-called third world countries, like on TV or social media, that these same drastic measures can come to the front doorsteps of you powerful Americans. That just from a global perspective, it's all types of chaos, such as earthquakes all within diverse places, and everything that we are witnessing right now within these end times, all measure with the signs of our times, which is Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, visiting the world which they made. And that takes me to Isaiah 13, verse 11. And I, referring to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And pursuant to 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter and the 50th verse, it goes into about many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter time that dwell in the world. And why? Because they have walked in great pride, where these mere mortals who are considered as earth and ashes, and where their prideful attitude is they put themselves above the Most High. So again, and I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And pursuant to Proverbs 16, verse 18, it goes into how pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And whether it be by these devastating earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, hurricanes, different storms, they're all within the workings of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. However, he can do it through his vessel of dishonor, which is Esau Edom, where the Most High has poured that spirit upon them, and where they can tap into weather modification or weather manipulation via their sinister science and technology. Because back within 2024, Klaus Schwab, who is the founder of the World Economic Forum, which is the WEF.
All right, I'm going to stop right there. It's already almost an hour in. If you want to watch the rest of the video, there go the title of the video, and there go the name of his channel. Subscribe. I ain't going to tell you. I tell you it's wise to be edified and be informed more, but you don't have to if you don't want to. It sounds scary, don't it? Yeah, well, then, if you're scared, go to church. Shit, and die there. You go to church and your ass gonna die there. Let the roof fall on your ass, the ceiling fall on your ass. Yep, and there's an earthquake happening and the whole church has come down on your ass, and that be it for you. But anyway, that's all I got to say. But yeah, man, seek the Lord by seeking his prophets, and take heed what say, and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah. Praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting Yahweh Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep your faith and trust on Yahweh Shema Shah. Stay humble. And for you, for the men out there that ain't teaching and preaching, but still keeping your faith and trust on Yahweh Shema Shah, because not all the men of Yahweh Shema Shah believers are not going to be prophets. But you're going to have prophets and you're going to have believers. And just keep your faith, trust, and strong, and pray the Lord have mercy on you. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah. Stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order. Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and bless to the hopeful elect, and all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.